Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make some real butter in a mason jar. So stay tuned. To make real butter in a mason jar, we just need two things. We need the mason jar and the cream. Okay, this is heavy cream or heavy whipping cream. And then what you're going to do is we're going to just take the mason jar and we're going to shake it. But let me show you some things that are going to make it a little quicker for you. I've seen online people use a water bottle to do this. The only thing I don't like about that is it only makes a small amount of butter. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a mason jar. And the first thing is we're going to fill 1 cup of cream, and this is a 3-cup mason jar. Okay, so 3 cups is up here. And the reason why you want to use a pretty large mason jar because it's going to make the action a little bit more vigorous, and you're going to make the butter a lot quicker. Now here's one really quick tip that's going to save you a lot of time. First is you take the cream out of the refrigerator and pour it into the jar and let the cream warm up. In my experimentation, when you take it out of the refrigerator and start shaking it right away as it's cold, it's going to take you about 15 minutes. If you have a larger mason jar and you let it warm up to about 58, 60 degrees, you're going to reduce the amount of time down from 15 minutes to about 3 to 5 minutes. So that's the main thing that's going to make you reduce the amount of time. Okay, so let's get to this. I'm going to just start shaking the jar. I like to use 2 hands because your arms get tired, but you can go 1 hand and then the other hand. All right, but when you shake it, I'll probably stop and show you the different stages because it's going to go through stages of cream, and then you're going to start seeing it get like the cream kind of curl a little bit, and then it will get to butter. So let's get started. This should take probably about 3 minutes. So here we go. So I start shaking as vigorously as I can. The more vigorously you shake it, the quicker it's going to be. Okay, now I can feel it's at the cream stage, so I'm going to show that to you. So you can see it's already getting really creamy in there. Then I'm going to keep on going. This is going to make you breathe heavy a little bit. Now, you can see it started to separate. See that? Okay, so that means it's getting close already. Okay, so we're there. So if you look really closely, you'll see the butter in there. This other stuff is buttermilk. Okay, so we're just gonna pour the buttermilk off. And what I do is I like to use the lid kind of as a strainer to make sure I don't lose my butter. And I pour it into another jar. And this is buttermilk, so you can use it for any recipe that would use buttermilk. Go. Now you can see that's the butter in there. Now we're going to go on to the next phase. And this is a phase that I see a lot of these videos that show the shaking method kind of skip, but I think it's really important, and it's the wash phase. Basically this has, it's butter, but it still has some of the buttermilk still in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some ice cold water, just pour it in there. All right, now that we have it in there, we're going to put the lid on it and shake it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to find that it starts to turn more into a ball, and you're going to get all the buttermilk out. That's going to make your butter last a lot longer once you are finished with it. Okay, so that's about it. That's all I have to do to wash it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this out, then we're going to add a little bit of salt. If you want unsalted butter, you're pretty much done. But if you want a salted butter, I just add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to it. And then you got it, you guessed it. You gotta get the lid on it and then shake it again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really shake this until it becomes almost like a ball. And once you're done that, you're pretty much done. All right, so let me show you the finished product. We're just gonna get it out of there. And here's the finished product. You got some fresh salted butter. Now there might be you might have a little bit of liquid that comes out. So all you're gonna do is just pour that out. That's just a little bit of the water that's left over. So that's how you make butter. Well, I hope you liked that video on how to make some fresh butter. Actually, the shake phase went a lot quicker than I expected. I went and looked at how long it took me. It only took me a minute and a half. And that's with me showing you each phase and everything. So if I probably would have done it straight, it would only took about a minute. Making some fresh butter is a really fun thing to do. And it's also fun to do with kids. So you could have your kids shake the jar, or maybe you finish it up a little bit. All right, guys, well, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please like it, share it with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you at the next video.